Hello, all. Welcome to an interview with Dr. Vanita Bhoola on diversity and inclusion. My name is Korea, the Mumbai chapter volunteer. Dr. years of experience in training and consulting in project management and decision support systems. This is strong qualifications of PGDCA, NCA, B, and Prince 2. A Doctorate in Risk Management. First question to you is what first you and led you to a career in project management?
First interested me and led me to build my career in project management was that I always started with teaching. Teaching was my profession. And incidentally, to my fortune, I always was into corporate teaching. With the delivery mechanism and so on, the way I taught, unfortunately, I was also picked up for consulting projects within the organization. Experiences spanned across several industries, be it banking, be it manufacturing, be it IT. That was an advantage. Now, what into the career of project management was that there was a need for management training in the year 2000, and it was around 2001. Organization which wanted us to get into and understand what project to deliver to them what project management is all about for their IT professionals. Which is organization wanted to get into this delivery of project management teaching, and picked me up as a project management trainer, and I had to do my in that industry. Understand management is applied there, which is when I got to know about the discipline of project management, and I started and I got an inclination and a passion towards this particular subject. Going into this industry, I moved on, then taking up sessions for a pharmaceutical industry. Incidentally, it so happened that in that industry, I had a scientist who was on developing a molecule, basically a drug, and which is when we sat together for several months together, including a project plan. I realized this particular profession is something which I have knowledge, I can gain knowledge, and I think I had a passion towards learning this. Learn my passion, and I realized that I can get into this area of project management. Started picking up project management training for across industries. Then I started teaching in the infrastructure projects. I started teaching IT projects. I started customizing programs in the area of project management to specific industries. Doing that, it to the leadership aspect of project management, understanding the nuances of project management from the top level to the execution level. So strategy of project management for an organization to how it works at the commissioning or at the execution level to close the project. And then I said, this is where I need to get into project management. I got to SPJIMR. I started teaching project management in SPJIMR, and then I requested the dean to, for allowing me to head the project center for project management, where I can actually reach out to the corporates and make them understand how project management is very essential, is an essential area, and it's a discipline, be it for the CEO or be it for the nation level team, may designers, the testers, the commissioning guys, the developer, whosoever it is. Yes. Made my career in project management, and I would always want to be a thought leader in project management. So when it comes to project management, it has to be okay. Vanita Bhoola is one, and project management, and both related with each other. And
yes, it is. You have a reputation that precedes you.
Thank you.
Is how project management evolved in India over the past 20 years?
It is still a myth by many of the professionals in the industry that project management is basically for the guys who are designated as project managers in the company. The wrong concept, and I've been working hard to actually announce to the world, because I'm also an international faculty member. So when I go across also, or whether in India, I always try and ensure and see to it that project management is considered as a discipline, and has to begin from the very top level in an organization, because otherwise project management cannot be ingrained into an organization if they do not believe that even the CEO of a company or an MD of a company needs to recognize project management as a discipline, and it has to be understood to every people. What I have seen 20 years back and what I have seen today, 20 years back, it used to be just a tool that people used to use. Okay, there would be tools like an MS Project or a Primavera, and that too would be outsourced to vendors who would be able to work on it and probably create a project plan. That's about it. When I actually go and talk to clients and actually customize programs in project management, I say tool is essential, not essential. But the concept and the tool together will help you practice what true project management is all about. And in that where, okay, if I have to talk in terms of numbers that I have trained, we started with 20 numbers. Today, almost in a year, at least 300 professionals being trained in project management. It's been the evolution in the past 20 years. And about the in terms of monetary revenue generation also, I think it has been at least fourfolds than what I had started in the centers. When I started heading the center, we had X amount, and today we are like 4X in this area. Of project management. And moreover, the expertise that we gain is that we customize it. So if yours is a power company, we do it for you. If yours is an IT company, we do it for you. So it is not that we are ignoring any kind of discipline or the PMBOK guide. We actually integrate all the learnings of project management and tell them how best it can be applied in industry.
Oh, Mr. Bhoola, I'm sure it will help others choose this as and see it as a discipline as well.
True. Yeah.
Thanks. So challenges you faced in your career, especially as a woman?
Oh, project management generally is there's a community which believes project management is for IT. There's another community which believes that project management is for infrastructure, construction, and so on. Okay. So that's been very hilarious. But while you are sitting with a client, you do not want to defend that it's for everybody, because you just have to listen at that point of time. Now, incidentally, what has happened is that all my batches, most of my batches are to do with engineers who have been in the construction, where you find women are not there at all. So I have batches running across the entire year where I do not have women in the programs, and even when I'm actually consulting, I am not talking to women. I'm only talking to the guys who are at the site, who are into infrastructure projects, where I have to deal with them and so on. So India per se, when you talk about infrastructure projects and so on, is a little difficult to be able to convince to them that you as a woman understand project management, understand the profession of construction, and you can relate construction with project management. I hope you understand. When you're actually going onto the site, looking at the fabrication, looking at the galvanization, looking at them building a stringing of a transmission line, actually they test a transmission line. In a group of almost 100 to 200 people, I'll be the only lady who's standing there and communicating with them. For me, challenge I have faced is that to convince somebody about my understanding of project management takes a little time. They are convinced, maybe a few minutes or a half an hour or so, once they are convinced that I have an understanding of how project management is actually going to help them in their business and add value to their business, which is when they get convinced and they recognize me as, yes, she is a person who understands project management well. So at every level, I have faced challenges, if you understand. And actually, it is not in the IT or the services area, but it is in the non-IT domains that I have faced challenges because non-engineer A. So engineer, even he start feeling, oh, I'm teaching engineers A. B is that I'm going and understanding the industry, understanding the domain, and aligning project management best practices to their industry. You will not find many women in India who teach project management at least to these areas. That is the reason I find that challenges have been plenty. Also, today I am heading the project management center, and I am solely responsible for converting a course. I am able to achieve the progress. So last one, if I have to tell you, I have been able to create a course architecture for a very leading transmission line company, for a very leading real estate company, and I have been able to deliver sense to the corporate project heads of this real estate company, and in a one batch, because they are happy with the kind of delivery and how I consult them during the sessions. I've got repetitive batch. That itself says that, yes, people have been happy, but it is not easy to do that. And I would suggest to women that they have it within them, but the only thing is that they need to realize that they have a spark within them that is done, and they can stand in that crowd.
So, you challenges, and the biggest way to overcome these challenges that you have used is show your knowledge of project management to those that they are convinced that you can be one of them.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
So now it is not that difficult because now that it's clear because of the social media. So people always check up your profile and all that, and they are very well convinced. I know that you've done it and you've been there, So it is your hand already in this area, so they don't have a doubt. But yes, this question is not very easy because you are the only women addressing a crowd of at least 1,000 men, So it's like difficult sometimes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there a cultural change? You mentioned social media. So is there a cultural change in the workplace now, given the increased number of women project managers as well?
If you have to talk about a cultural change, is what you put across in paper. Okay, corporates, and there are many organizations which say we want women leaders, and at least X% have to be women leaders in the company, and which is why they would like to see numbers. Women in the form of numbers as their top leaders. Okay. So when we talk about the mid management and the top management, those show that there are women leaders and at the top management, but the mid management where we are talking about women managers, they come into the management level. I haven't seen as many numbers probably. There could be reasons because of that. It could be because of the break that they take during this particular stage of their life. The second is that once they have to come back again, probably they can't come into the same level again. And maybe their confidence level also goes a little down, basically thinking that, oh, how am I going to, catch up with what I have missed in these few years. So it is not only to do with the organization to support them, but it is also to do with the individual herself to see to it that she has to bring a change in her own mind to see that cultural change. Okay, I'm trying to say is that the company would say, yes, we want this percentage of women project managers, or we want this percentage of women mid-management and senior management. But maybe it is the woman herself who finds that there is a in her own skills and she cannot go there because of several reasons that could be at her workplace, could be in her personal life, several reasons, and there also could be that there is a glass ceiling in the organization which probably we do not see. Like for example, I recently heard about some of our colleagues only stating that, oh, how is she going to tackle so many corporate programs? Now she's also heading the MDPs. How is she going to convert? Well, I heard about it, but I will not confront them because my work has to speak in such cases. So though there are cultural challenges, there are you will still find that we have our own challenges and we have to cross those challenges and actually come to it to see that we create the cultural change at workplace.
That's Bhoola. So what you're saying is we as women need to get out of our shell of these self-limiting beliefs and make that cultural change for ourselves if we want to progress to the next level.
Correct. Yes.
Thank you. How important is it to have diversity in a management team then?
About diversity, I am not clear with what you mean or intend to say in terms of diversity. Are you talking about cross-functional? Okay, talking about diversity. I think women always complement each other. Okay, in your personal life, be it in your professional life. I have myself seen that a woman is probably very, very comfortable working with a man, and I've also seen that there are many men who appreciate women bosses. Okay, well, to be the true sense, if I tell you that men and women complement each other, whether at work, whether at home, I should take the best out of both of them and projects going. Will help. A woman foresee certain uncertainties, be very clear with my experiences. Possibly her domain experiences may be a little less, but in an opportunity, she'll be able to jump into those experiences, understand the knowledge, gain the knowledge, and still solve uncertainties. And which is a very crucial thing in project management. Things executed immediately. Fire at the place, he can manage those crises that are happening. I think complement to each other, is it? Foreseeing an uncertainty as well as being able to cope up with the situation, then and there is also important. Both, when we look at both these things, are very essential aspects of project management, and which having this equal set of genders within a project team is very essential.
That's great. It is important in project management, especially because as your views and women complement each other, and while side and execution together to the table, that makes great project management team.
Yes.
Thank you. So, what success mantra? That means a tried and tested secrets to success.
To be very frank, this question is like disclosing some of the facts. So one thing that I have always followed is that I at least dare to do one thing differently every day. Simple is I dare to do one different thing every day, which means fear pick up any new thing on that day. I follow a process, but I need to also know how innovative I can be, and which is why I need to dare to do at least one thing, which really I fear doing it. I take up that one opportunity every day. That is one thing. Okay, trust me. My secret to success, because people then start perceiving you differently, and that yes, she is a thought leader in this area, and she knows what she's doing. I may be wrong, I may be right, but that's always tested, right? Yeah. To test whether we are doing it rightly. One thing. Second, I have always seen to it is that I have always balanced my work and my family life. So even my PhD, during my traveling, even I do not ignore my family life. Okay, an important secret to success. Because you can't be just focused on your work all alone or focused on your family all alone. So if you're a leader, even the topmost of the leaders, whether he's a man or a woman, you need to have a balanced life.
True.
Yes, I am my team, I work my team, and I know that when I need to be very with them, understand the reasons why I would be there, and when I need to be very nice to them and make them motivated, they work, which means that my team works with me 24/7, any point of time. Yet a flexible work climate here, and that we have most of our programs happening on Saturdays and Sundays, and my team is there with me during those days. I think I have those skills of how to keep my team happy, which is important. Things that I think makes me different.
Thank you. Use of these three, at least if not all.
Yes.
And what advice would you give, especially to women aspiring for a career in project management?
I would rather want to see more women in the area of project management in IT industries.
Okay.
Because I have seen many of them in the IT industry. I have not seen women in the non-IT industry. I would want women to get into construction, infrastructure, and all, because to be very frank, many of our leaders who have been in the infrastructure in PSUs, the ladies who have been in the infrastructure in PSUs have really done amazing jobs. And if we have more numbers in that area, it will help us. It's a country. Women leaders is very essential in the other areas also, like the construction, infrastructure, and so on. And I would like to see more women over there. So it's very that the women has to be scared about not understanding the domain knowledge and so on. But if they can get into it, I think it'll always help our country.
Okay. Thanks so much for your time and your insights on diversity and inclusion, ma'am.
Thank you much. Thank you.
Yes.
So I'm not sure if you've gone through my YouTube video on about my introduction and so on. I'm not sure if you have gone through it, but there is a statement which has been made by Abdul Kalam about, you have to dream, because only when you dream you can achieve what you're dreaming. So I would end it with this statement that, always dream and try and achieve your dream, because if you dream, you would not know what you need to achieve.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.